How's it going? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I would start fitness as a gamer if I were to restart. So starting fitness from a base of 0, there are a couple of things that I would start with. There are a few key generalizations for fitness and overall health that I would implement immediately. And those are: number 1, movement is good. Number 2, avoid prolonged periods of sitting. And number 3 would be to replace sugary drinks with water. The very first thing that I'd start doing is, if I'm playing a game with a queue system, while I'm waiting for a match to be found, I would start standing up and walking around just to get a little bit of movement in my legs in between matches. The goal here is to get up and move around at least once every 30 minutes. I tried my best to make a habit of it. I would track the amount of times that I got up in a given hour or a play session, and I would also try to keep track of how long that play session was. And oftentimes, movement breaks will help me perform better in game. Next up, I'd get a large water bottle, and I would keep it somewhere that's in sight, easy to reach, and I would constantly drink from it. Another thing I'd take a look at is, if I could, I would attach a cue to drinking water. And it would be something like, if I'm playing Overwatch, every single time that I die, I would take a sip from my water bottle. Staying hydrated has a lot of great benefits, like increased cognitive performance, increased energy levels throughout the day, joint health, and more. I'd keep at these 2 habits for a few weeks, staying as consistent as I could. And in the meantime, I'll be doing some research into beginner at-home exercises. A great resource for this would be the Bodyweight Fitness subreddit if you use Reddit. If not, then I would also recommend a book that is called Starting Strength by Mark Ripito. The goal is to work out a system that works for me over the long term for my fitness journey. In order to see any kind of results with fitness, you have to be consistent, and if you're not consistent, then obviously you won't see any results. That's why when starting out, I opt to focus on some of these goals that seem a little easier than just getting right into working out right away. I focus on making sure that I can stay consistent and stick to something long term before spending a bunch of money on equipment and gym memberships. Just focusing on the basics while integrating them with already established habits makes them so much easier to stay consistent with. We couple them in with things we're already doing in a way that makes it so that we don't have to change our routine drastically right off the bat. Once I've studied up on different workout routines and found something that I might want to do, I'll go ahead and try and do that workout or routine with as minimal of an investment as possible. So for instance, if I was doing the bodyweight fitness routine, I would do everything that I could without having to go purchase any sort of equipment, and I would stick with that for a few weeks just to see how consistent I am with it. A workout routine done 2 to 3 times per week, plus maintaining movement and higher levels of hydration, will provide lots of benefits over the long term. Try and find something that you can stick with and something that has a low barrier to entry, so you have the smallest amount of friction when starting out as possible. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.